Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And today we are talking comic books, specifically all the books that I found at Ollie's the last time I was there. I ended up getting a 15% off coupon, so you know I had to go check it out and see what I could find. And I actually went to one a little bit further away and I hit pay dirt. It was awesome. On top of that, I do have one item from eBay that just came in today that is also a graphic novel, so I'll include that one in here as well. So let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my recent graphic novel haul. So in this haul, there's not a ton of different items, but they are heavy as heck because there's a couple Omnibus in here, but I'll show those later. Specifically the Omnibus I'll show at the end, but I'll start with the item I grabbed from eBay that just happened to arrive on my doorstep today. And this is a media tie-in because it is a graphic novel adaptation of Batman Forever. So this one is written by Dennis O'Neil, and of course it is based on the original script for Batman Forever. So I actually just watched through Batman Forever and Batman and Robin not too long ago, and I really don't like this movie. Like, it is not a good film by any stretch of the imagination. I could go on. I might do an I Watch 3 vlog, not a vlog, a recent watches video on it because there's a lot to say about this, and it is not a good movie. But I wanted to get this because there's actually a unique opening here that we don't get in the film. And so I really want to read that and see how it differs. But it came in this nice sleeve and everything, which was really nice. But I took it out just to show you guys some of the artwork. So you can see right in the inside there, you can take a look at some of this artwork. But yeah, it looks awesome. So I'm very intrigued to see how this is compared to the movie. Man, my biggest issue with the movie is just how cheap everything feels. Like, it is just not, it's not a good movie. And I don't like Batman in this either. I think Val Kilmer is just a terrible Batman, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. I grabbed the graphic novel adaptation of this one, thanks to Damn Full Idealistic Crusade, because he mentioned in his Batman Forever video, I think he was talking about like a Schumacher cut, and he talked about how this has the alternate opening. So I'm curious if there are any other differences in here, and to see if I like this one anymore, which frankly, I don't think I can like it much less. So Batman Forever, the graphic novel adaptation, is now in the collection. All right, let's move over to Ollie's now, and I'll mention always check multiple Ollie's if you have the opportunity, because my local Ollie's didn't have any of these, but the one out by my mom's house had a whole bunch of different things, and I'm very happy I went there with my 15% off coupon. So the first one here, I thought this was something different than what it actually is, but this is called Green Lanterns with an S at the end, and this is Volume 1 Rage Planet by Sam Humphries. So I thought this was just the DC Rebirth version of Green Lantern, but turns out it is Green Lanterns. So I don't really know what the difference is. I'm assuming there are multiple Green Lanterns, but I think in Green Lantern there are still multiple Green Lanterns, so I don't really know what's going on here, but it was, as you can see there, like $3.99, yeah, $4 with 15% off, so very cheap. So I'll check it out. I'll see if it's any good or not, and if so, I will continue. But yeah, the artwork, it looks really nice, so definitely intrigued to see if it's any good, and I've spent virtually no time with Green Lantern at all, so I'll check it out and see if it's any good. This is Green Lanterns from the DC Rebirth line, Volume 1, Rage Planet. Sticking with DC for a little bit here, this next one is a continuation of a series that I've bought exclusively through Ollie's at this point. I have 1, 2, and 3 of this series. I do need to find number 4 still, but I found Volume 5, so I couldn't pass it up for the $3.99 price tag. This is Nightwing Volume 5, Setting Sun, and this is the series by Kyle Higgins. So I've actually not checked out any of these yet. Like I said, I've been finding them for super cheap. All of them have been $3.99 or less at Ollie's. So of course I'm going to pick them up and check them out eventually. But I do need to grab Volume 4. I have that one in my Amazon cart right now. It's only like $7 or something. So very cheap to get that one as well. And I'm hoping I like this series. I told my wife after I bought this, I was telling her I needed Volume 4. I was like, you know, if I was smart, I would read 1 through 3 first just to make sure I like it before I buy volume 4. But I mean, we all know that's not going to happen. I have to have the 1 through 5 now that I have number 5. So I have to have number 4. It's just in my head that I need it. So yeah, we'll see. I'll probably end up getting 4 before I end up, finishing 1 through 3. But maybe I'll be smart about it. We will see. So this is Nightwing Volume 5, Setting Sun, and this is written by Kyle Higgins. Moving over to my favorite character in the DC line, Batman. This first one here was an awesome find. This was $4.99. Batman by Ed Brubaker. And this is Volume 1, as you can see right there. What does it say on the side here? Story? Oh, I guess that's somebody's last name. Anyway, obviously this is written by Ed Brubaker. So yeah, this one looks awesome. This one's actually a little bit thicker than the other ones. This collects Batman 582 to 586, 591 to 597, and Batman Our Worlds at War #1. So yeah, I don't think I've read any of these, at least not that I recall. They didn't look familiar as I was skimming through the pages, but I mean, it's Batman, so I'm going to pick it up. Whenever I find Batman at Ollie's, it always gets added to the collection because he's, like I said, he's one of my favorite characters. So there's no doubt in my mind that I was adding this. So yeah, I've heard great things about the Brubaker run though, so I'm intrigued. I have the Grant Morrison Omnibus Volume 1, so now I have the book 1 for Ed Brubaker's Batman. This is a really cool find. I have both of these together, so I'll show Volume 1 and Volume 2. But I found Batman War Games, Book 1, not Volume 1. It's thicker than a volume. You can see this one is quite thick. But yeah, this is written by, I don't know, it doesn't have an author's name on here, so I'm not sure. Probably multiple authors. But it says that this is collecting the first time the complete War Games saga that changed the criminal underworld of Gotham City forever. So it sounds interesting, very much like a war-themed Batman book. So I don't know if it's going to be any good. I've never really heard of this one before. But again, this was cheap too, $8.99. Normally priced at $34.99. I couldn't pass it up because they had Book 1, and they had Book 2. So again, $9 with 15% off. Again, that's just a really good deal for these that are priced at $34.99 normally. On the back, actually, it says $34.99 for Book 1 and $39.99 for Book 2. So even more expensive. But yeah, these things are thick. So this is a lot of reading material, which is just awesome. So if you guys know anything about the War Games saga, let me know, because frankly, I just never even heard of it before, which, shows my ignorance, I'm sure. But I don't know. We'll see if it's any good. I couldn't pass it up for the price. So we have Batman War Games, Book 1 and Book 2. All right, let's switch from DC over to Marvel and look at a couple of omnibus that I found, and these were awesome finds. Actually, let me flip these around. I want to show this one second because I'm just more excited about it. So let me grab the one on the bottom here. We have a series that I've read nothing from, but again, the prices on these, I had to have it. Even if I decide I don't want to keep this, I could easily sell this one on eBay for a profit. But this is Luke Cage. So this is really cool. So I think, this doesn't have a volume number on it, so I'm assuming this is probably the only Luke Cage omnibus. But you can see on the back there, everything that is included. There is just a ton of stuff here. And this looks older. I want to say it looks more 70s style. I don't know that that's the era it's from. I have no idea when this is actually from, but that's the idea I get by looking at the covers on the back of this. So Luke Cage, I don't remember seeing him in any of the MCU at all or any of the TV shows. So I don't know. We'll see if this is any good or not. I don't love older comics. If I'm being frank, it's just too dialogue heavy when I just don't like that. That's not what I enjoy from my comics. So I don't know if I'm going to like this one or not. Let me know if Luke Cage is worth reading, if it's any good or not. So yeah, had to grab it though. Again, $30, 15% off. Normally with a cover price of $125. That's why I love Ollie's. That's just a ridiculous deal. So the first omnibus I found is Luke Cage. And last but not least is the one I think I'm most excited for in this entire haul because it is more horror themed. And frankly, this is one that you kind of equate to the Batman character within Marvel. We have Moon Knight. And this is the complete, if I'm not mistaken, the complete 2006 run written by Charlie Huston. So I've read some Moon Knight in the past, but it was actually a later run of this character. Now, I'll be frank with you, the reviews on this are not the best, but I really enjoyed what I read from Moon Knight before, so I just want to see if it's any good or not, and hopefully I will enjoy it. You can see, man, these Omnibus are just huge books, but yeah, I was so excited to find this one. Again, a character I know a little bit about. I've actually not seen the TV series that's based on Moon Knight, but I've heard good things, and I definitely plan to check it out. But this one, I could not pass up for the 15% off the cover price. Another one that has a cover price of $125 with a sticker price of $29.99. This was absolutely coming home with me. So Moon Knight is the last of the omnibus and the last of the graphic novels I'm going to share in this haul. All right, so I'm not adding the omnibus in here to hold up at the end because they're just too heavy, but yeah, I think this was an awesome Ollie's haul. And again, with that extra coupon on top of it, the deals I had on these were just awesome. So I would love to hear from you guys. Have you checked out any of these books before, any of these characters? Let me know what you recommend if you've read any of these. I cannot wait to check out that Moon Knight omnibus, and I am absolutely reading this Batman Forever as soon as I can. So very happy to add all of these to the graphic novel collection. But let me hear from you down in the comments. What did you think of what I found at Ollie's, and have you found anything cool from your local Ollie's? Let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate any and all comments, so thank you so much for that support. Before you guys take off, if you could just hit that like button, that engagement really does help me out, so thank you so much for that as well. That's gonna do it for today, guys. Thanks for checking this video out, and before you go, I will just encourage you all to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.